Welcome to using the ribber attachment for the MakeHaven knitting machine. Generally, when you're going to come in, either the machine is not going to be set up or it's going to be set up for someone who is knitting on just the main bed. So if this attachment is on the carriage, you're going to have to change it for the ribber carriage. So you're going to want to unscrew these two hand screws and take this off. And then this box has the ribber carriage for the knitting machine, and it's kept underneath the machine in this piece of Tupperware. So you're going to want to take the ribber attachment and line up these two with the ones you just took off, and then tighten them just finger tight. They don't need to be cranked on there super hard. Once you have that on there, you're going to need to attach the ribber, which we're keeping up here on the top shelf. It's got two covers on it, so you're just going to want to slide those off to keep the dust out. And then you're going to take the whole attachment, and it's got two hooks, one at either end, and they're slightly adjustable, so they might not be in the exact right spot, and you just have to slide them until they go in. And there's two receiving slots on the machine itself. So I like to put this one in first and then slide this one until they go in. And now you've got it set up to rib on your knitting machine, which means that you can knit and purl in the same row. So on the ribber, you're going to have the choice of pitch or half pitch. And that means that either you're going to line up the needles together, in which case you can only select the needle from the top or the needle from the bottom, or you're going to have it at half pitch, which is going to line up the needles so that they're next to each other. And in that case, you can select every single needle because they're not going to hit each other. So if you have it on half pitch, you can select every needle. If you have it on pitch, the needles are going to line up and you can only select you can select either on the ribber or on the main bed, not both at the same time. So you want to make sure that you understand what you're trying to set up and that the ribber is adjusted correctly. You can also select it down in either direction. Once you get into color work, that's very helpful. But for this video, we're just going to address casting on and casting off. Okay, so we've got our attachment on the carriage, and now we need from the box ribber carriage. This little arm is going to fit in this space. So what you want to do is there's on the bottom, there's a ridge right here. You want to get it selected in there, and then it's going to slide up, and they're going to click together. And again, you have to go, if you have needles selected, which this one has all these needles selected, you're not going to be able to go backwards. You have to go all the way past all the needles that are up in order to be able to go back the other direction. So we're going to have the ribber set on pitch. So we need to select every other needle, meaning every other needle on the ribber is the opposite of every other needle on the main bed. And we're just going to do, what I like to do is select the first one all the way to make sure that I'm not selecting the same one. And then I know this is the next opening, and then I can select these. And I always want to double check before I run the carriage across that I haven't selected it so that my needles are going to hit each other. I want to make sure that they're not going to come across. So then I can, and I know that my needles are safe. They're not going to run into each other when I start knitting. It's very similar to regular knitting. So you're going to want to take your yarn, make sure it's through your mast correctly. It's a little more difficult to get it in because you can't just go from the front. So you're going to go in between the two beds and slide it until it goes around. And then I'm just going to secure that down here so that it doesn't unravel on me. And I'm going to set this to the highest it'll go. The settings on this are going to vary depending on what you're trying to do. And there is an instruction book in here that will tell you if you're trying to do color work or if you're trying to do knitting in the round or things like that. All the instructions you need on how to do that are going to be found in here. And you just follow step by step how they tell you to set this carriage. So to cast on, I've selected half the needles on my main bed, half the needles on my ribber, and I'm just gonna drag them across and you get this nice zigzag of yarn. And much like regular knitting, you need weight on that. So you're gonna take this and pull out the wire as much as you need. And then you've got to come from underneath and you want to keep it kind of even. And you're just going to slide it up underneath until you see all the teeth come through. And you can see all the teeth are coming up here in between each piece of yarn. And then I'm going to take my wire and slide it back through, which takes a little bit of eye coordination. And it should slide back through pretty easily. You want to try really hard not to bend the wire because that's going to make it harder, but it's going to slide all the way back through and it should hang now down so that each piece of yarn is in between each one of the teeth. And you want to put a little bit of weight on it. Again, depending on the size of your project, if you're using the whole bed, you're going to use more weight. This is pretty small, so we're just going to hang these two. There's little holes, and we're going to hang them so that they put even pressure on what we just hung on the yarn. And at this point, you can start knitting. And again, I have it on the highest tension that you can do. You can lower your tension if you want smaller stitches, and we'll show you what that looks like. It's much harder to see your work on this machine when you're doing the ribber, but you should be able to see the last row of stitches, and you should do a practice run to identify what they should look like so that you can catch mistakes before you get too far down. So when it comes time to cast off on the double bed knitting machine, you want to transfer all of your stitches from the ribber onto the main bed, mostly as a function to make it easier on yourself for casting off. If you feel like you can do it on both, you're welcome to try, but I find this method to be much easier. So you're going to use your double-sided transfer needle, and you're going to pick up your stitch from the ribber, pull it past the latch gate, pull it through the hole, use the other side to transfer it onto the stitch on the main bed. So you're going to pull it all the way past the gate, transfer it onto the tool, hook it onto the, pull it past the gate, hook it onto the tool, transfer it to the main bed. And you do that for all of your stitches on the lower bed. And you can get into kind of a rhythm and you can find it a lot easier to just And for the last two rows of these, I also put the tension as high as it would go to give me larger loops to be able to both transfer these and to cast off. It's not required, but I do find that it makes it so much easier to handle casting off if you have it on the largest tension for the last 2 rows. So once you have all of your stitches on the main bed, you do have the option of dropping the ribber. There's 2 levers right here, and if you push them both down, it will lower the ribber out of the way so that you can see what you're doing while you cast off, rather than try and have this in your way. So to cast off, I'm going to take my latch tool and I'm just going to do what I do traditionally for a main bed cast off. I'm going to take my first stitch and pull it past the gate peg, wrap it around, pull it through. I'm going to take the next one. Pull it past the gate peg, put the transfers onto my latch tool, wrap it around, pull it through. I want to make sure that I'm past that gate peg so that when I pull it through, it goes. Wrap it around, pull it through. Around, pull it through. Wrap it around, pull it through. Wrap it around, pull it through. And as I'm doing this, I'm hooking my stitches onto these gate pegs so that my yarn doesn't fall, because I still have my weight on here and I don't want to have it pulling every stitch as I go through, because that just makes it that much harder to hold on to. And these are going to be finished stitches. So this is a finished edge on your piece. You're not really going to be able to pick up and continue knitting with these stitches. But if you do want to have a live edge and you want to keep these as stitches that you can put back on the machine or knit to other things, you can just run the carriage across it and everything will drop off. And the trick to this is understanding how the gate pegs, or understanding how the latch works. And if you slide it past the latch, the whole thing's going to come off. If you slide it within the latch, it's going to get nested into the other stitch. So I want to keep this one in the latch, the other one below it, and it'll pull through both. In the stitch up here, it'll pull through both. Understanding how the latches on the needles work really helps in understanding how the machine will behave and can make your knitting turn out the way you want it to. And because I have these hanging on the gate pegs, when I get to the end, the whole thing's not going to fall down and I'll be able to pull it off myself. And then when you get to your last stitch, you're gonna, oops, pull it through, cut your yarn, and then pull that last stitch all the way through, and it will tie a knot on the end of your knitting, and now it won't come undone, and you can lift all of your stitches off. And then to take your work off of this, you just remove the wire from where your stitches are held on, and the whole thing will come off. And you've got knitting and purl stitches on both sides of your work because they are opposite. To put everything away, you're just going to undo everything you've done. You want to make sure all your tools go back to where they belong. Hangers and combs up here. And there are multiple different sizes that you can use based on how wide your knitting is going to be. And you want to put your weights away. And then you just undo what you did. You use your thumb screws here just to gently remove them, and everything goes back into this container that is clearly labeled knitting machine, ribbon carriage. This will come forward just a little bit and slide off of this railing that it is attached to. And you generally want to put all of your needles down for storage so that they're out of the way and protected by the gate pegs. So you can put it back up, and then this just pulls straight out. And again, these latches, you can lift and lower the machine depending on what you're trying to do if you need to get to your work without having to take the whole thing off. And then we're going to store this on the top shelf up here. And again, we've got covers. There's a little railing down here that aligns with the bottom of the cover, and it just slides right on.